tomorrow. Again, if you're new, you're falling on my channel, I primarily do Christian content, current events through a biblical view. I concentrate on having a strong spiritual body through the Holy Spirit and the redemption of the work done on the cross by Jesus Christ to the glory of his Father in heaven. And so I concentrate on your spiritual body on my channel. And then after, I concentrate as well, while we are still in this corruptible body in this fallen world until we wait for the new kingdom, I also concentrate on what I believe and what I actually practice in my life, is that the optimal diet of humans is a diet that is heavily animal based and is supplemented, as we can see in certain cultures, by a certain amount of plants and stuff like that that are that we can see in other cultures. So that's the reason I call it keto carnivore, is that I, just like the carnivore community that don't switch from maybe a day of eating steak, but then they might eat vegetables another day and stuff like that. That's why I call it keto carnivore. It's basically many days, and sometimes I've done even up to a month. I was eating strictly beef. Now the steak for me, the ribeyes and stuff, are too expensive. Even the round steaks, if you do the kilograms, like, okay, so how much, how many dollars per kilogram is this? If you are having trouble with a carnivore diet, you can do a much cheaper carnivore diet than ribeye steaks. Okay, you can buy ground beef. Often the medium ground beef is cheaper. The lean one with less fat is actually more expensive. So I tend to gravitate towards just ground beef. I make my own hamburger patties. If you want to be super fancy and stuff like that, hey, cook up some bacon and chop the bacon up, put that into the ground beef, add some cheddar cheese in there if you want, throw some jalapenos into the ground beef, and you can make bacon cheddar jalapeno burger patties. It's pretty simple eating out and stuff like that. You want to go somewhere, grab the hamburger, don't take the bun, kind of thing, So I'm not going to make this one too long. I'm tired, but I'm just trying to, keep up with these small daily videos if possible, and then slowly giving you guys, little pointers as I go. These kind of videos, I'm really not thinking ahead too much, trying to plan stuff. If you are new and falling on my channel, if you scroll back, you're going to see hasn't been that many ketogenic. There has not been that many ketogenic or carnivore or fasting or any of these sorts of videos. That's because for a good year and a half, I fell off the wagon somewhat. I was a lot less consistent, and the weight slowly creeped up. So if you're having trouble with the carnivore diet financial wise, it's maybe because you're looking at Sean Baker eating his ribeyes. God bless the guy, lucky guy that can afford these massive, awesome steaks that probably cost $50-$60 a day. He's a retired doctor. Maybe he can afford it. I can't afford that kind of money. So I gravitate towards eggs, lots of eggs when I'm trying to do the carnivore diet, or keto. I'm eating a lot of eggs. I'm eating a lot of ground beef, and once in a while, I'll get tired of that. I like cheese. I eat a lot of cheese. Just watch out in the weight loss phase. If you are overdoing it with too much fat, you'll be in a ketosis, nutritional ketosis. You'll feel good. You'll have good cognition, energy throughout the day. You won't think about food for long periods of time because you don't get those kind of sugar cravings and stuff like that. Now they're completely gone. You can put anything in front of me, like Haagen-Dazs. You can put donuts in front of me, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not hungry. So the sugar cravings, they disappear relatively quickly, in my opinion. However, if you go off of keto and you're naughty, the cravings come right back. The next day, you might have to have 3 meals. It's important also to eat only when hungry. This whole social construct, breakfast that was created by Kellogg's, so he could feed us, like nutrient deficient corn flakes and stuff like that, and Rice Krispies, devoid of nutrition. So you eat when you're hungry, and that will allow you naturally to probably go easily every day a good 16 hours. And some people just naturally eat one big, large animal-based meal, and they're good till the next day. Some, might eat 2 meals. If you're just starting out, I do suggest that you add salt to your food, and that you buy potassium tablets. They're usually 40 milligrams per tab. You just take it twice a day, as well as magnesium. And those 3 electrolytes can become low-ish during the first month of you suddenly, for the first time in your life, completely eliminating carbohydrates. There is an adjustment, and the adjustment period can cause dizziness when you go from sitting to standing, and that's lowish sodium. So you are to take more sodium because when the body has a low glycemic environment in the blood, it also has then a low insulin, and so that creates a low insulin environment. Insulin does many things. Primarily we hear about insulin. When you eat, insulin is spikes, so it shuttles nutrients into the cell for energy, which is true. But it does have other subtle effects on a wide variety of organs in our body. So the kidneys tend to filter sodium out. It means the sodium that you're ingesting in your diet, your kidney doesn't retain it, it eliminates it more. It has a natural diuretic effect. Also, very heavy people can lose massive amounts of water weight. A lot of very, very heavy people have a decent amount of muscle mass underneath that. They're carrying around a lot of weight. So when they first go on the ketogenic diet, there is this glycogen depletion. The sugar is used because glycogen is stored sugar, and it's stored connected to water. So when we're going through that, because we're not eating carbs enough and our glycogen are no longer fully maximized, now they hover, at a lower, maybe 50% full. They never get to 100% full. That's why if you're an athlete, you want to find that money spot with carbohydrates to completely replenish those glycogen stores because you're going, let's say, hard at the gym and you want peak optimal performance. But we're not talking about that with these kind of videos. These kind of videos are geared towards people who have done the recommendations following the stupid, evil food pyramid that is basically inverted. It should be like everything they say you should eat large amounts on the bottom and all the things you should skimp on the top. It's basically the opposite. Whatever they say you should mass consume happen to be the subsidized grains and plants like corn, rice, barley, and all these things. Dirt cheap, and they say it's the healthiest for you. You should have 60%. You should, and then after the actual real human food, you know, animal protein, animal fat, animal cholesterol, all of those things, those are trying to kill you. Minimize it. So it's like just eat empty calories of carbohydrates and minimize protein and fat and cholesterol. What am I built of? You're built of protein, fat, and cholesterol. Okay, so if I'm eating protein, fat, and cholesterol, shouldn't it, because I'm eating to rebuild and maintain my body, shouldn't it go to the proper areas? I'm kind of like, mammals eating mammals. And it's like, nope, nope. What you're made of, you should restrict. It's killing you. Consume the plants and carbs. Sorry. I was just getting into it a little bit. All right. I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.